Welcome to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and this week we are going to do a twin flame reunion reading. So we're going to take a look at the steps that you need to take in order to reunite with your twin flame and any information that Spirit wants to give you about that reunion. Okay? All right. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, click the link in the description box below. Let's get started. Okay. Yeah. This is for Gemini Spirit. Gemini and their twin flame Spirit. This is for Gemini and their twin flame. Okay, here we go. At the bottom of the deck, Gemini, what we have is the Wheel of Fortune. So with this Wheel of Fortune, this is a soulmate card. It's also talking about like you having the potential to have an amazing relationship, okay? Which I feel like that's what you want. Under this, we have the Nine of Shields, which is normally the Nine of Pentacles. But Spirit is saying that luck is on your side, the universe is on your side, Spirit is on your side. But this is about you learning how to stand in your own power, stand in your own energy, and, you know, to stabilize yourself and ground yourself to prepare for a reunion or a reconciliation or another relationship if that's what you're wanting, okay? Under this, we've got, the Six of Swords. So this is about moving from rough waters into calmer waters. So you may have been going through it when it comes to this connection, okay? And had a lot going on, or just had a lot going on when it comes to relationships, period, okay? But now you're moving into a space where things will be easier. I'm not saying easy because there's a difference, but easier than they've been in the past. It's kind of like you're getting a reprieve, okay? All right. Yeah, this is about self-love because I saw, this is my clarification deck, and I see it here, and I saw it when I cracked the deck to shuffle for this reading. So this is about you learning how to love yourself. Let me just start off by saying that. Okay, so when we get to this first card here, we're talking about the current state of the connection. Oh my gosh. We've got the Ten of Swords. Look at that card. Look at there. Look at all the swords in the back and the blood. You know, it feels like, you know, this situation is dead. Okay. It may have been some betrayal. There may have been cheating. It just did not end well is what Spirit is saying. For some of you, you know, it just may be, the two of you just may be, you know, have no contact. You may have never gotten together. But I feel like for some of you, you do know who your twin flame is. You were in something with them, but it did not end in the way you wanted it to. It didn't end in the most positive way. Let's say that. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, somebody in the connection was like unwilling to do some things. So it could be a situation where you may have told them how you felt, or vice versa, because remember, everything I say can be flip swapped or reversed. So you may have told them, approached them and let them know how you felt, and they may have been unwilling to open up and you know, let you see what's going on. But I'm sure if you were around them, you got, you know, by their actions, you got inklings of how they felt about you. Okay. So this is the Judgment card reversed. So this talks about, you know, being indecisive. So your person may have been indecisive and had a lot of self-doubt. And that was the reason why they didn't tell you how they felt. I don't feel like it was because they didn't have the same feelings. I don't feel like it was unrequited love. I just feel like they just didn't tell you because, you know, they may have, you know, may not be willing to learn from the situation, or they may not have been willing to learn from it at that time. And like I said, I feel like they doubt themselves a lot. Okay. And we're going back and forth about opening themselves up to you. But a lot of this has to do with you as well, because you know, people are a reflection of you, Gemini. So if you are showing indecisiveness, if you're, you know, doubting yourself, then that's going to be reflected through the people in your life, through the relationships that you have with other people in your life. Okay, so when it comes to the blockages that are preventing the two of you from coming together, we've got the Tower. So this is Scorpio energy. This is like a cataclysmic event. Okay, there may have, like I said, some of you may have been together with this person and been betrayed with that Ten of Swords. And so because of that, it caused a Tower moment where the two of you, you know, fell apart. A lot of times when this happens, it's because the foundation of the relationship was not built soundly. It was not built on a proper foundation. And so it's like, you know, in that instance, when any type of hurricane or tornado or earthquake comes along, it's going to tear your foundation apart if it's not built properly. And so this is about things falling apart so they can come together the right way. Let's clarify. Okay, so what fell was the Nine of Cups. This is talking about emotional fulfillment, okay? So this is about you learning how to be completely content and happy and live, you know, and learning how to live the good life on your own without anybody needing anyone else or anything else to happen in order for that to happen. So this is about wish fulfillment, okay? So for you to get your wish fulfillment, you have to learn how to make yourself happy first, is what I feel like Spirit is telling you, okay? And part of that is with the Nine of Pentacles, okay? It's about you learning how to stand in your power, okay? Be financially, mentally, emotionally, physically stable on your own without needing anyone else, you know, to be there for you. But you've got Spirit there for you, because the birds always in the tarot cards, the birds to me is always Spirit like guiding you, okay? And just you know, being able to move forward on your own and enjoy your life, whether you're in a relationship or not, because that's usually when people tend to come in, is when you're doing really well and you don't need anybody, and you put off that air of not needing anybody. And I don't mean that as in a negative way, but just as in you're content and happy on your own. Okay, so when it comes to the steps needed for reconciliation, okay, we've got the Seven of Swords that's showing up, all right? So there's a need for self-reflection, forgiveness, and, you know, there may need to be some honest communication between you and this, you know, other person in order to get this back on track, in order for the two of you to, you know, pave the way to come back together. Because we've got the Seven of Swords here, and the Seven of Swords is all about betrayal, because we've got two betrayal cards here. Both of these cards can represent cheating. I'm not saying that in your instance that's what happened, but if I'm getting more than one card that talks about the same thing, for some of you, this is the case, okay? So this is also about strategizing, okay, on how to pave the way for the reconciliation, okay? Because look, whoever this is that's being represented by the Seven of Swords, whoever it was that did the betraying, they think they got away with it and nobody saw. But see, look here. If you look in the back of that card. I feel like, they were being observed, even though they didn't realize it. It may not, it may not have been by actual people. It may have been, by spirit. But they didn't totally get away with whatever it was they thought they did. And apparently they didn't, because we've got the Ten of Swords to represent what's going on in your connection right now. So I feel like this is just about, being honest about what happened. Being honest about how you feel about it and healing those wounds so you can move forward, whether you want to be in a connection with this person or you want to move on. Let's clarify. Okay. We got the Wheel of Fortune again, so we've got it twice. Okay, so this is good. This is a good sign here to see the Wheel of Fortune twice. Like I said, this is Spirit telling you that, no matter what's going on with this card, whether it was you that's being signified by this card or your person, Spirit is letting you know that you can overcome whatever, this is here. Okay, that it's time for things to move in your favor. So as long as you do the work, you're going to be able to pave the way to get back together with this person or to move on to another relationship if that's what you're wanting. Okay, so when it comes to the potential outcome, if the two of you reconcile, we have the Page of Cauldrons, which is the Page of Cups. Water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is a love offer coming along with, along with an apology. So whoever betrayed who is going to be open to getting back together and wanting to apologize for what they did in this connection. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and clarify. Okay. Okay, yeah. So what is clarifying this is the Six of Coins or the Six of Pentacles, but it's reversed. So I feel like, you may have been, not valued in this connection. You may have felt like it was one-sided, like you did everything and this person didn't do anything. Or if they did something, it was in order to get you to do something. Okay. So there may have been a level of dependence in this connection, meaning you may have been overly dependent on your person, or they may have been overly dependent on you. And, for some of you, you may have felt like, I don't want to say that. That's what Spirit's giving me though. You may have felt like this person wanted you to be subservient but the phrase that Spirit is giving me is you may have felt like they wanted you to like bow down to them in order for them to show you, any love or to reciprocate. And so for those of you who felt like that, you got to think about, is this something, you want to continue to experience? And then also you have to remember, I'm not saying, listen to what I'm saying when I say this. The world is a reflection. I tell you this all the time, Gemini. The world is a reflection. And even though I don't feel like anybody consciously wants to be abused or mistreated, subconsciously we've gone through things in our lives that make our subconscious minds grab onto and make assumptions about things that may not make sense, but it's trying to protect us. And so there may be limiting beliefs and things like that subconsciously that need to be dealt with, which is the reason why you're in, one-sided connections, or in a situation where, the person you were with was giving to get, or, there was a situation where, there was subservience, or they expected you to be that way. All right. A lot of that has to do with the way you identify. Okay. And like I said, a lot of times it's not a conscious thing. It's something that's happening subconsciously because of things that you've experienced. That's why we always talk about solutions, meaning you need to go back and look at what's going on, because if you can't explore, or you don't explore what happened in the past, you're not going to be able to see the patterns to keep this from happening in the future, because nobody wants to go around and around and around in circles and keep doing the same thing over and over again, because Spirit is telling you not once but twice, you have good luck. You have, Spirit behind you. Karma, is on your side. You have the chance to have good luck and to have exactly what it is you want, but you have to do the work, and you have to meet Spirit halfway. Okay. Let's go there. Let's go here. So when it comes to the guidance from the universe, this is going to be additional wisdom from Spirit, any advice or signs from the universe, okay, to support, the reconciliation between the both of you. We've got the Six of Cauldrons, which is the Six of Cups. So this is talking about equality. So Spirit is telling you that you can have equality in relationships. You can be treated the way that you both desire and deserve to be treated. But there are some things from your past, namely in your childhood, because that's what this Six of Cauldrons is talking about. It refers to the child, to your childhood period. So something for some of you happened in your childhood that kind of, I don't want to say that, but like that was where you got the limiting beliefs. That's where you picked them up from. Let's say that, because the word that Spirit's giving me is warped. It's kind of like warped your idea of, love and relationships and what you feel like you deserve. I don't feel like this is a thing. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I don't feel like this is your fault, because no one would consciously want to be, abused or mistreated or have one-sided relationships. But the subconscious mind, is a thing of its own in and of itself. And, they talk about like thoughts and ideas and things that we believe. And they say that we need to go back and look at the things that have happened in our past, or look at the things that we believe and start to examine them, because a lot of our beliefs and a lot of our thoughts aren't even ours. They're just things that we've observed that like happened between our parents, or happened at school, or happened with friends, and conclusions were drawn from that lead to situations where this type of stuff happens, where you end up undervalued and so on and so forth. So this is about like a spring cleaning of your mind, and going back and looking at a lot of things, because when we don't do that, when we don't examine, when we don't do self-examination, we're on autopilot a lot of times, and there's just stuff going on that we don't even realize is going on, because the software that we're running in our subconscious mind is not conducive to having having healthy relationships, or not conducive to, us getting treated properly. So that's what I feel like, Spirit is saying. It's not a thing of pointing it, oh, it's you, and like you're consciously doing this to yourself. I just feel like it's just a situation where things happen, especially in your childhood, because you're an open book. You're just a sponge absorbing all these things. And until you go back and examine those things, you know, you may have beliefs that you wouldn't consciously have, but they're going on by looking at your life. But that's how you examine, by looking at your life and seeing the things that, you don't enjoy, or that disappoint you, or where you don't feel fulfilled. And you have to ask yourself, okay, well, why is that going on? What would I have to believe in order for, like, okay, for instance, what would I have to believe in order to be undervalued? What would I have to believe in order to have one-sided relationships? What would I have to believe to have people in my life that, give to me conditionally, or don't, or love me conditionally, but to me, there's no such thing as conditional love. That means that you just don't love the person at all. So it's just something to take a look at. It has to do, a lot of us have these issues. Geminis are not the only ones. It's every sign. Okay, so to clarify, we've got two cards here. We've got the Fool, and we have the Three of Swords reversed. Okay, so Spirit is saying that, it's time to overcome the sorrow of this Ten of Swords here, and also this Seven of Swords. Okay, because there's been some betrayal, okay, on one or both sides of this connection. And in order to, move forward, whether you want to be with this person or not, there needs to be some cord cutting, some letting go, some releasing and healing, okay, in order to find your optimism again, to find your positivity again, so that you can take a leap of faith with the Fool. So Spirit is saying, if you want to be with this person, you can for sure be with them. But if you've had enough and you're ready to move on, you're perfectly able to do that as well. It's your choice at the end of the day. You don't have to be with this person if you don't want to be. But what Spirit is advocating for, Gemini, is for you to, focus on yourself, work on yourself, and be better. So not only so that you can have a healthy relationship, but so that you can have a healthy relationship with yourself. Not, because it starts with yourself first, and then you will attract someone who's going to treat you the way that, you deserve to be treated, because you deserve to have someone who's going to love you unconditionally, someone who is going to value you and put you on the pedestal and treat you better than anybody, somebody that is going to look at you as a priority in their life. Okay. All right. I hope this helped you. And before you go, we're going to pull some love messages and get some messages from your person. Okay, the first card that fell is I feel empty without you. So this person that messed up here, they know they messed up. They know they effed up, okay? It's not, it may have seemed like at the time that they didn't know, or that they were oblivious, or that they didn't care, but they know they messed up. They really know that they messed up. They may have thought that they got away with it, but remember I told you they were being watched the whole time. So this is a karmic situation where, if they were the ones that messed you over, trust me, they're going to get theirs, because you live this life just like everyone else. When you do stuff to people, it comes back to you. Then the second card we have that fell, it says, I remember how we used to laugh and talk for hours about everything. And they're saying they miss you. So, like I said, this person feels your absence. They realize that they messed up, and that, they're going to have to figure out how to put this back together if this is what they want. And if you're going to be wanting to get back together with them, because I feel like some of you are not going to want to do that. But if you want to, no matter what, you know what I always tell you, Gemini, if you want to get back together with this person, it's not about what anybody else thinks. It's about you and what you want. And because if they make you happy and this is who you want to be with, then, you know, you do what is best for you. Or if you feel like you need to move on and this is not what you want, then you do what is best for you. Don't let anybody sway you one way or the other. You know your mind, you know what you're looking for, you know what you desire, and you can have what it is that you want. But what our spirit is saying is for you to look at the things that you need to take a look at and do the work to repair those so that you don't bring this type of stuff into your future, okay? Because it's not just this relationship that it will happen in. It will happen in other ones if it's not repaired, okay? All right. As I said earlier, I hope this helped you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. Please have a good week, and I'll talk to you soon.